Welcome back to another episode of Elitas Insights. I am your purpose and life navigation coach, MJ Elitas, and today's episode we are going to talk about the compounding effect of creativity. When you create, creativity is the way to go when you are stuck. And it sounds counterintuitive, but getting up and trying something, just trying anything, it will compound and it will get you going, right? Have you ever heard of writer's block or a creative block? Sometimes in those instances, we need time to just step away, but this is not the video for that. In this video, we're talking about actually getting into a creative compounding effect. In certain moments in time, I have found myself mentally trying to overcome a situation where I am trying to mentally overcome something that cannot be overcome mentally. It is not a mental process, it's a creative process, and they are completely different processes. Sometimes we need to think a problem through using our logical brain. How do we do this? One and one equals two, right? Simple. We just see it as it is and we use our minds to look at a problem, process it, and lay out what it is we're trying to break down. But when you're a creative individual, sometimes that is not the way to go. Sometimes you compare the two and you want to go in a particular direction. So, for example, you're saying to yourself, hey, I want to go and be a filmmaker. So, I'm going to focus on that. You need that mental pairing to look at what direction you're going to go to. But then once you know what direction you're going into, that's when you start being creative, right? Sometimes you have to build systems and you need that mental framework to have that creativity housed in. But again, we're not talking about stuff like that. We are talking about the compound effect of creativity. When you step up and you step up to the table and you say to yourself, I am going to go out there and I'm going to try something. And instead of sitting down and thinking about it, you actually commit to the process. You have a go of the process, whatever it may be. Maybe it's writing and you're sitting there and you're like, what do I write? Maybe it's a case of you need to try something different where you sit down and you answer people's questions and write out the answer. Then you've got a trigger inside of you. Maybe you need to go and serve people with your creativity and actually respond to people rather than being someone who's always trying to focus on yourself and focus on serving yourself, because you can't have that response within yourself if you're trying to serve yourself. It's a very difficult thing to procure. It's like when you're working for someone, they need help. So how can you creatively help someone? If you go today and you find someone who needs your creative expertise and you serve them for free, you will find yourself in a very, very good position. You will have someone who will be happy the fact that you actually help them. You will be in a position where you've got a contact, you've created some rapport with somebody. You'll be in a position where you can respond. Imagine helping someone for free. If you're in a creative spot or a black spot, maybe offering your services for free, like I'm doing here. I'm responding to someone right now that needs this help. I'm doing it for free. The benefits of this is the fact that someone else may very well go, hang on a minute, this guy's really helped me. And they could become a loyal customer. Someone could donate money. I don't know. I'm not here for that. But what I'm here to do is be a lighthouse and help people navigate trials and tribulations. This is my creative output. And by standing here, what's happening is if I show up again and again and again, it will have a compound effect. 1 add 1 equals 2. 2 add 2 equals 4. 4 add 4 equals 8. Compound effect. Over time, this will start to magnify and it'll be an upward spiral to the point where you're in complete abundance. But you've got to start. You've got to put your foot down. Yes, you may need to mentally think what direction I'm going to go in. But if you stay in that paradigm, if you stay in that world, if you stay in that place of mentally breaking things down when you're a creative individual, all you're going to do is just stress yourself out because you've hit a creative block that cannot be mentally broken down. It's something you have to embody, go out and do. And it sounds esoteric, but the truth of the matter is, the best place to be is serving others. If you can serve others with your creativity, then boy, you're in a good place. If you build it, they will come. If you go and serve people, some people will say no, some people will say yes. That's the art of creativity. Look at the world around you. Do you live in a house? If you're blessed to live in a house, you have a phone. If you're watching this with a phone, a device, this was once someone's creative idea. This microphone was someone's creative idea. This is a compound effect over iteration over iteration. Someone sat there one day and said, I'm going to create the microphone. Maybe it was an accident. The wall behind me. Someone got brick, put paint. Someone built these clothes. They made them. They sewed them together. The engineering went into it. Someone had to say, okay, let me think. Let me go in this direction with a creative output. And over time, it got better and better. The first ever bricks were made of mud. Perhaps they weren't even made of mud, sticks and stones. The first ever mobile wasn't even a touch screen. We didn't even start from there. We had the landline. Everything you look at around you is a creative output. Whether if that's God and his trees and his birds, or man-made devices. Go out there, serve. That's the place you need to be coming from. It will have a compound effect. If you're stuck, go and serve. You will serve with your talents, with your gifts. If you're a singer, go and sing for somebody. Find somebody to sing to. If you are a writer, go and write for somebody. Use your gift. Your gift is a gift to give. If your output is, oh, I want to do this for money, then you've got a big problem on your hands. Understandably, if you need to pay the bills and you need to do whatever, and that's where your creative block is, then maybe suspend the money aspect just for now, and go and serve somebody for free. Then get into that creative compound effect, and then once you're known, then start charging. Then let the money come in. But if money is at the forefront of your situation, you've got a big problem. You're stuck. Unless you've been convicted internally by the Most High to go and charge, you should be serving people with your gift, helping people. Then a compound effect will happen. And once that compound effect happens, you will be in a state of complete abundance and it will just be completely flowing through you. To the point where you may have so many opportunities that it's just like, whoa, I'm dealing with only so much and you have too much time. That is all for today. I am your host, MJ Elitis. I'm your purpose and life navigation coach. Reach out to me if you need any help.